Metal Maniacs, welcome for another video on Iron Horde channel. We will be doing this time around new episodes every Wednesday, speaking about a specific album each time, rather than collecting my favorite or my top albums from last year or from a specific genre of music. I will be choosing only one album and speaking about it. So this will be a very short video just to keep you updated with new albums or classic albums which I feel are an important album in heavy metal in general. And obviously this time, the first episode, I have chosen one of the most classic heavy metal albums ever, possibly amongst my top 5 albums ever made with regards not only to heavy metal but music in general. And the album I have chosen for this first episode is this one, and I'm speaking about Judas Priest with Sad Wings of Destiny, which is their second album they have released in their career. This album was released in 1976. It has reached the number 48 on the UK charts, so it was quite a success considering the previous album, Rock'n'Rolla, was not so much a success, unfortunately, although it's still a very good album. But even from the words of the musicians from the band themselves, this is sort of their real first album, because according to them, they were really reaching the sound that they wanted and the sound that later will become synonymous with Judas Priest. This album has a very warm production which complements the hard rock feel of those times basically, but obviously Judas Priest here took everything up a notch and created some music which defined what heavy metal is really all about. So before going on and speaking about the tracks, let's take a look at this album cover, and I mean it really strikes you as a majestic piece that really complements the music and the style on this album. It is interesting to say that this is the first time that we are introduced to the logo of Judas Priest here as a pendant, and they will retain throughout their career. But anyway, the design is made by a certain Patrick Woodruff, and even the design of the pendant, of course. And even the design of the logo here, because it's different from the first album. There's kind of a more gothic medieval feel here, and even the P here symbolizes the helmet of a knight. So that's interesting to notice. With regards to the tracks, I think here the tracks can be split up in 3 categories. We have 2 kind of epic tracks, which are Victim of Changes and Dreamer, Deceiver / Deceiver, and we have 2 really up-tempo tracks like Ripper and Tyrant, and we have a couple of other tracks which are more into kind of hard rock, and I'm speaking about Genocide really, Island of Domination. There's other 2 tracks which are Prelude and Epitaph, which are kind of instrumental / acoustic kind of, which really slow down the tempo of the music and then builds up with the track that succeeds them. Victim of Changes is one of the classic tracks of heavy metal in general here. It's an epic track. Originally it was named Whiskey Woman when on vocals Judas Priest had Al Atkins. Then when Rob Halford joined, he had already written a song called Red Light Lady, and the band joined both tracks together, which then ended up being named Victim of Changes. Dreamer, Deceiver has one of the best guitar solos ever. If this guitar solo doesn't move you, I mean, I don't think heavy metal is the music for you basically. But if you really love the genre and you listen to the solo, it touches you every single time. Repair might be the first really heavy metal track ever. Black Sabbath invented heavy metal, but Judas Priest perfected it, as they say. And the Repair really shows their input in the whole genre basically with this track. And Tyrant is similar to it as well, so 2 up-tempo tracks over there. I mean, this is a magnificent album from start to finish. It's one of those perfect albums, still retains that beauty with every listen. If you are starting to get into heavy metal and you want to listen to the albums to get to know about heavy metal, this is one of them. You can't miss this album. So for me, it's my favorite album from Judas Priest, along with Stained Class, but I think this one tops it just about. So here it is. If you want more information, You will find that in the description of the video. Check it out over there. So that is all for today, for the first episode of Album of the Week. I hope you liked the information. Please subscribe and like the video. It will really give us the support we need to continue doing these videos. Stay tuned. We'll see you at the next video. Until then, metal on. Cheers.